Well, hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. And sorry I haven't posted for a little while, but I've been quite unwell, either with a kind of viral infection or maybe Omicron, who knows. But I'm back now, fighting fit and wanting to just show you around the plot. So it'll just be a short video today, with a quick plot tour ready for Christmas break. And I'm hoping, and the weather is great, you know, it's it's dark and grey, but it's warm. So we're catching up on some jobs while I've been poorly, which has been really helpful, but not overdoing it as I don't want to be sick for Christmas. So a quick plot tour then, and I'll see you as we go around. I hope you're all well and keep safe. So we're on plot 1, and under the fleece is some pak choi. They're saying that we're going to have another cold snap towards just before Christmas and over the Christmas period, so I'm just going to leave the fleece. I think that some of them are damaged, but I haven't taken the fleece off yet since I was last down, but it will give them some protection, so I'm hoping that we can get some bits and pieces from it. And over here is the Pooh Mountain. This is horse poo that we collect from the local stables, and it's sitting here because I haven't been able to empty 2 of these compost bins, so that's a job waiting to be done. And then a lot of this poo, cardboard and anything else we can find will be emptied into here. We have some chard left. It's been a bit ravaged by the cold weather, but you could get a small pick from it if we wanted to, but I don't think we'll be eating much chard because we've got lots of other stuff. So we're just now prepping this area here, which will be where we plant the potatoes next year. Just a little bit of weed growth. So walking down, we've got some leeks under here, but they have been damaged by the leek moth, so I'm not quite sure how much we can salvage from these leeks, but hey ho, you know, we'll get something for dinner. And a range of winter cabbages. Some of them are hearting up, as you can see. And some of the more Savoy ones won't be ready probably until the new year. They were planted rather late, so I wasn't expecting anything this side of Christmas. And then we have a couple of rows of garlic, which I planted before I was poorly, and the birds keep digging them up. You can see just here, there's another one poking out. Oh. But I'll go around and I'll just pop them back in. We have some spinach under here and some turnips, some radishes, and just at the back here we have a lovely lot of coriander, and that will see us through the winter months. On the opposite side we have the strawberry bed, which I'd hoped I'd have been able to just take off and trim the top growth and done any weeding and taken any runners, but I haven't done that. But all being well, we'll get to it at some point, and yep, it'll be fine, it'll all recover. So walking along the other side of plot 1, we've got some turnips, and under here is some more pak choi that I covered before the last cold spell, and I'll show you those. And then just a little area that's been prepped for next year's growing. And then we have some carrots, and I must say we are pulling some rather nice carrots, and I'll show you some at the end of this video because I'm going to pick some for tea tonight. And then we have a large brassica area here. And to tell you the truth, I didn't think that we would get anything from here before Christmas. And we've had a few cabbages. We've had 3 cabbages from down here. And we've had a couple of cauliflowers. These are, no, you can't see that. These are purple sprouting broccoli, so I'm not expecting anything from those until February, March. So I'm not too bothered. But we've got this cauliflower, which I'm picking today. Again, that's ready. So we've had a few of those cauliflowers, which has been wonderful. And the best prize of all are these wonderful Brussels sprouts. Let me just lift this up for you. These wonderful Brussels sprouts. And I'm really pleased because I put them in so late. I just didn't think that we would get any for Christmas. I thought that we'd probably get some in the new year, but they're doing great. I've started to clear this area a little bit, just picking up any of the dead and yellow leaves. Still half of the bed to do, but these are wonderful and I'm really pleased. This is plot 2, the asparagus bed, which has all now been chopped down and has a top dressing of some blood fish and hoof and horn, I think it is. And we've put some bamboo canes in because we've got some spaces where we've got some gaps in the asparagus bed, and I've ordered a few more crowns, and when they arrive this is where they're going to go. But in the meantime, this will be dressed with a layer of compost all along here just to finish it off and put it to bed for the winter months. And then walking on down on the same side are some spring cabbages and some kohlrabi towards the back there. And along this side I've got some calabrese. After the brassica area, I've got a small covered area where I've put some fennel, and they have got a little bit of damage from the cold, but on the whole they're very good. So once I've chopped off some of the damaged bits of leaves and things, there'll be plenty of bulbs for us. And along here is some spinach, and although it looks very pathetic now, that will give us a good crop once the soil warms up. These are the 2 flower beds that have been weeded and mulched, and here is our large strawberry bed that has been, well, is going to be replanted. I'm just waiting for the plants to arrive, and then they'll go in here. On the other side of plot 2, this patch has been prepped for next year, and we have another area of calabrese, and I'll show you some over the other side. You might just be able to see a couple here. You can see that they're just beginning to come along, but I'll show you the other side. It's a bit more impressive. So this area has been prepped as well, and we're just about to put a layer of compost here, ready for next year. And this has been, and this area is now all ready for next year. And the fruit cage is just needing a bit of attention. The raspberries need to be cut down early next year. The autumn raspberries need to be cut down and tidied up, and the fruit trees, the fruit bushes need a bit more of a trim, but otherwise they're good. So this is the other end of the brassica bed, the calabrese bed, and you can see that some of these are nearly ready. and it's good because the other ones are really small, which means that they won't all come at once, which is sometimes the problem when you plant a few. But no, these are looking really nice, and so we should get some food through the early part of next year. This is plot 3. These are the gooseberry bushes, which need a little bit of a trim, but they've been cleaned all underneath and weeded and mulched, so just a little trim required. And this is the glass area that you saw me doing in a previous video, and our broad beans for eating are here, and you can see they're on their way up and looking good. And this glass will give the beans a little bit of protection from the strong winds that we get. And it's for some reason on this allotment we get frost, even though we're in London. We get frost when we don't get frost at home, and we only live a few miles up the road. So this will give the beans some protection. We've got some turnips and some mooli here, and underneath all of this are some lettuces, and I haven't even looked under here, so let's yeah. Oh, but they look good. Yeah, I think we'll get a pick of these lettuces for Christmas. This fleece is really good. It's a bit more expensive than some of the other fleece. I think this is a 30 gram fleece. It's a heavier one, but I can see the foxes have been walking over it and it hasn't ripped. In the past, when I fleeced things, the foxes come along and they just rip it up. So this has stood the fox treatment and has also protected those lettuces, so that's wonderful. And I know I've got some more coriander under there, so that should be good. It's a continual crop from the bed on plot 1. We're yet to finish putting some compost on the rhubarb, and I've got 2 bags because we ran out of compost, so I've just got a couple of bags just to finish off this area and put some manure down. The paths have been done, and I need to do something with the fig trees to get these suckers off, and in the book it says I shouldn't do this until April. I might just check it again because I feel that it'll all be in leaf, and I don't know if I'll damage the main plant. I don't really know that much about figs, but I shall have to have a little look. And if you have any advice, please put some comments down below of your thoughts of when I should take these suckers off the main plant. This is the second strawberry bed that we're planting up with fresh plants, because the others were 4 years old nearly, so we're just waiting for those to arrive. And then around here you can see the field beans are beginning to come up, and these are my catch crop, so they're just gonna sit until we're ready for this area, and then we'll just chop them down and let the roots stay in the ground. With these field beans, they fix the nitrogen in the soil, so that's what it will be doing. This little sad blob here are my not my kohlrabi, they're my celeriac, and really next time I come down I'll lift all of these, trim them and put them into storage, because they're looking very sad and I think it's time for them to come out. And then I have another patch of field beans there before my very sad patch of Swede. And believe it or not, we have had one or two, and although I swore I would not be growing any next year, I've been overruled, and we will be growing a few next year, because we did get some, and we do like Swede, but I just think it's just cheap to buy them. But there you go. We have the last of the parsnips in this patch, again looking a bit sad after the cold and wet, so this area needs a bit of a tidy up, but otherwise that's fine. And as I was clearing up the gooseberries, we planted some suckers along here, so the little sticks that you can see sticking out the ground were suckers from the gooseberry plants, and I shall bring some pots down and pop those up, ready to either give away next year to other plot holders who might want them. And there's a couple more there. And just along here on plot 3, these are some spring cabbages. This is the variety April, that are really filling out and looking really nice. And some kale. This is red Russian kale. And now we've had some frost, they say that red Russian kale is a lot sweeter, so I'm yet to try it. I shall look forward to it. And then the end of the plot, there's a little bit of cavalliniero that's struggling a little bit, and a row of turnips, but it all needs a little bit of clearing up and tidying up. But it's not too bad, it won't take long. It's always the way when you've been away from the plot for, I think I've been away for about 4 weeks. Things get, weeds start to grow. Even though we're no dig, doesn't mean it's no weeds. So it won't take long to get everything in hand, which is the benefits of no dig. It won't take long to get it under control again. And just here is our other poo pile, ready to go into these compost bins again. We've just been chopping up leaves, so one bunker will be for the leaves, and then another bunker will be emptied and ready for the poo. And we managed to pick up some bags of spent hops from a local microbrewery, which we'll mix in. Spent hops doesn't have a lot of nutrition, but it does really improve the soil. So if you can get your hands, it's a good mulch, so if you can get your hands on some spent hops, then do try and get some. And in winters past, we have put this directly onto the soil just to keep, and used it as a winter mulch to keep the weeds down when the soil was bare. But so it can be used in many different ways. So digging up some parsnips for Christmas dinner. Don't know what they're going to be like. We'll just loosen the soil and have a little rummage around, see what we've got. Oh, that's a nice one. Lovely. Oh, just another, I think we'll have another couple. It's another nice one. Look at the shape of that. That's how they are sometimes. So I think we might see if we can find another one. This one looks a bit odd as well. Let's take this one out. It's got its legs crossed. that's lovely. So a couple of Swedes. Here's one. So 2 Swedes for Christmas Day. Okay, so now some carrots. Oh, these are looking good. Oh, gosh. Well, I think that's a crop to be very pleased with. So these are our Christmas carrots, and no carrot fly. We've kept them netted, or since I put the seeds in, I've kept them netted, so no carrot fly. Fantastic. I hope you've enjoyed joining me on my channel today, and if you've liked the video, please give us a thumbs up. Consider subscribing. It doesn't cost anything, and it'd be lovely to have you join me on my channel again. But until then, wherever you are, great gardening. Take care now. Bye bye.